There have been a lot of romance stories with horrible messages.
You don't believe me?
I will stalk his ass just to prove to you all that there's something seriously off with this guy, and all of you are just too stupid to see it.
But this one might just take the cake.
Because, hey, women, they don't want to swallow.
I think the thing that bothers me the most is, I still like this movie. It has good pacing and comedic timing. The music fits well, and the characters are likable, despite their actions.
Yes, 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 yes!
It's a case where as long as we don't think of their victims as people with their own lives, we can justify their actions. And since the movie treats these people as props, it allows the audience to do the same.
It was 100% effective. No matter what they were doing or whoever they were with, they wanted you.
But if you think about it, Love Potion number 9 has the most horrible message imaginable.
And why do you think that is?
I wouldn't know.
If you're not familiar with the story, 2 scientists try a love potion on unsuspecting innocent people. This potion is so strong that anyone of the opposite sex, regardless of sexual preference, will do whatever you say.
Put your hands in the air and go.
They'll break the law, give you all their possessions, destroy their relationships, leave their spouses, even abandon their children.
We felt a deep moral obligation to mankind to make sure this potentially dangerous drug didn't fall into the wrong hands.
Paul and Diane start out selfishly, but for low stakes. Getting out of a ticket, getting favors from a company, getting a little payback.
How do you synthesize a methylated alkaloid?
I don't know.
It quickly takes a turn, but it's still treated like lighthearted jokes.
They say that power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Well, they're right.
Diane takes the necklace because her car that he made sucks. But then he pays for her complete makeover. She also gets her eyes and teeth fixed with either him or Prince Jeffrey.
Did you buy those? Really?
This is financial exploitation. They can't consent to this. But we laugh it off because they're rich and they're really not out that much in the long run. Ow. Paul, on the other hand, immediately starts committing sexual assaults.
This is great.
Now, we're not supposed to feel bad for the girl that embarrassed him earlier. Even though, as he walks up, she's talking about being harassed by another guy. And it was probably bad timing.
He trapped me by the bathroom. He asked me yes, and he keeps me by the bathroom and he won't let me pass.
Now, does she come off as an asshole? Of course she does.
Why do you think I'd be interested in you?
But she's also making a few good points.
Did I look at you or smile at you or did I flirt with you in any way?
She wants to have a good time with her friend, and having someone she's not interested in barge over and interrupt their conversation isn't fun. Then he purposely gets women's attention even if they're with someone else. He doesn't care if this behavior affects them later. He could ruin relationships, even marriages. Well, honey, we're getting a divorce because you were hitting on some guy at the grocery store.
You're kidding.
He then goes to her sorority house, room to room. But again, it's treated like a joke. And Diane even thinks it's funny the next day. Oh, all those girls who are barely legal and have no real-world experience were sexually assaulted by a man who will never face any consequences. Isn't that hilarious?
He's awfully good with the ladies, isn't he?
Now, both characters do eventually have the potion used on them, but the consequences don't match up. Diane, who has been effectively stealing the whole time, is forced into a relationship with a guy that she's already been sleeping with for 10 years.
All of a sudden, it's like he's come around, he's changed.
And Paul, who has been forcing women to have sex with him, has a hooker steal his stuff.
That bitch.
Diane should have her stuff stolen, and Paul should be forced to sleep with somebody that he's repulsed by.
I don't want to do it.
But what do you think? Does this have the top-tier garbage message ever?
She came running out into my arms and that we fell in love forever.
Or if not, what movie do you think has it?
You guys have any questions?
You didn't kill anybody, did you?
You're coming right back, right?